Hello everybody, this is Guild Wars Broadcast and I am your host Matt. Now this is the second video I've done on professions in Guild Wars 2. We have done the Elementalist already, so if you haven't seen that video, go watch it. But right now we are doing the Warrior, and who doesn't love the Warrior? If you don't know what a Warrior is in an MMO, then I think you're in the wrong place, I'm sorry, but you know what, I'll explain it to you anyway. Warriors are usually tanks in games. In Guild Wars they mainly act as damage dealers, and well actually yeah, they're still tanks. They take a fuckload of damage, they have the most health in the game and the best armor rating. But anyway, we should get started on what a Warrior does. So Warriors are up and close melee fighters. Their skills are usually just to get as much damage in as possible, but you know, they can knock down, they can get conditions on, and they have skills to get to their enemy as fast as possible, as well as buffing themselves up. So they can do a lot of different things, especially in Guild Wars 2. As you can see, they have a fuckload of weapons which can be combined in a fuckload of ways: sword, axe, hammer, mace, greatsword, longbow, rifle, and they also have offhand weapons, which I shall go now: shield, warhorn, sword, and axe and mace again. So really you can have a massive combination. I think it's 19 different combinations that makes it, which is a lot, and they all do different things and they're all wicked. But right now you're looking at the stances, the chains, the banners, the shouts, and the charge skills. Now I'm going to talk about adrenaline later, so don't you worry about that. But anyway, these are the special skills of the Warrior. Now stances, they're toggle skills. They cost energy regeneration, so much like monk upkeep skills in Guild Wars 1. Usually I think they'll probably let you, move faster, like sprint, give yourself a damage boost or something like that. I think shield stance, as you'll see in one of the videos, is one of the stances here. Chains are okay, so you're playing Guild Wars 1, you're an assassin, you have to have a lead skill, an offhand skill, and then you can do whatever the fuck you want, or you can put it in different orders and stuff like that. That's what a chain is. Warriors now have that in one skill. So the usual one is sever, archery, gash, and final thrust, which was also in Guild Wars 1. Is quite a nice little standard combo, if you know what I mean, for a sword wielding warrior, which puts bleeding, deep wound, and does some extra damage when they're below 50% health, which is a lovely chain, to be honest. Now you have it all in one button, all in one macro. Absolutely epic for any warrior. I'm sure they're chuffed about that. Okay, banners. Banners, you get them and they do different things. Once you drop it next to your next to your allies, then they buff them up. And as you can read on the website, one example is the Banner of Courage, which increases the melee damage of allies within its range, which is excellent. If you combine that with knockdown skills and, cripple and stuff like that, then you can have that buff for quite a long time, I suspect, on one foe, which could be wicked. And actually, now I think about it, I'm pretty sure they're probably going to bring debuff banners as well. So if you put them near an enemy, they'll lower their defense and stuff, which will be epic, and that would be awesome if they actually did that. Anyway, shouts. If you're a paragon on Guild Wars 1, then this is all you did. No, I'm kidding. But you know what shouts are. You shout at people, you shout at your allies, you shout at your enemies, and it gives you different effects depending on what it is, obviously, and the situation you're in, and they can be extremely useful for buffing your whole party with stuff. And especially useful ones are stuff like speed boost, which helps in PvP games when you need to cap flags or bases or whatever. And the last set of special skills for the warrior called charge skills, and some of these can be held down to power them up. So I'm guessing they'd be good in a build with like lots of knockdown, so you actually have time to charge them up. For example, obliterate for a mace can increase the amount of damage you do depending on how long you hold it down. It's that simple, really. But yeah, all I have to talk about now is adrenaline. So adrenaline has been important to warriors since Guild Wars 1, and you can't use certain skills without them. But in this, it also has a secondary function, which is when you get more strikes of adrenaline, which can go up to 3 different stages, I think, you can use a burst skill, which uses up all the adrenaline you have. And I'm guessing once you get to the 3rd level of adrenaline and you have that burst skill, ready to go. I'm guessing it's going to do a pretty nice spike. So watch out for that used in PvP maybe. But yeah, that would be nice to see. I really want to see what those burst skills look like, because I'm guessing they have some sick animation to add to them. Anyway, sorry about that weird high-pitched crack. I did it on purpose, I swear. But yeah, that's pretty much all you need to know about the Warrior for now. That's all the content they have. If you want more in-depth, then there are tons of other channels on YouTube, the ArenaNet. You could email them if you really were that interested. But this is the Warrior. This was Guild Wars Broadcast, and I am Matt. See you in game.